So what we're going to do now is continue working on our altered book. We'll just start here at the first page. I'm going to leave this one blank and this blank, and I'm going to add this over the top of this. I will just glue it down. The other thing that I did is I went through and distressed all the edges of the pages. So let me just go ahead and start gluing. So the pages that I use and copy from, the digitals, are on my less expensive, let's say, copy paper because it's quite thin and it helps with not having the book be quite so bulky. I save my good paper for using journals where I'm sewing in signatures, but I use my less expensive paper for altered books. And what I do is I lay down my glue stick first on most of the back of the page, and then I add a little 3-in-1 glue just along the edge, because when I lay it down on the book and press it down, that glue will just seep a little bit to the edge and it will be adhered very well. The other thing that I do is I just take this little tool that was with my Cricut and I spread everything down so that I don't have any lumps on the page. What I'm going to do is go ahead and turn the camera off. If there is pages just like this where they are just simply gluing down, you guys don't need to watch me do that. So I'll turn the camera back on when I'm doing something a little bit different. Now on this page, if you recall, I had a little problem with not having this available to me when I was at my daughter's house to help push the paper down so I wouldn't have this wrinkle. So what I'm going to do to solve that is I'm going to put this bag over it, and I think I'm going to do a little stenciling around here first. But what I did with this bag is just one of those little bags that you get from Amazon. And what I did is I decoupaged this napkin over the top, which also had some music, put this word on here, made this little embellishment here, and I'll show you guys this embellishment, how to make them. And what I'm going to do is just lay that there, but I want a little bit around here first. So let me grab that and we'll continue. So I have this stamp from Stampin' Up. It's a Christmas one. I don't believe it is any longer available, but it's got this really nice stamp of this holly. And so what I'm going to do is stamp it in the same color that I edged the book with. And it may not come out exactly perfect because I'm off of the page, but it will still give the illusion of some of this holly berry. And the other thing I'm going to do is just do the bottom and the top because I'm going to do something else to the sides. Okay, I think that's going to be good enough for now. We'll take a look after we put the paper down. Let me just clean my stamps off here. Okay, the other thing, and I believe it is in this year's catalog, this Holly border punch from Stampin' Up. If any of you would like it, you can order it through me. But I thought what I would do is go along the edge and punch this. Now, if any of you know about punches, you lay it into your paper, and what I'm going to do is start my punching right here on the edge. And I'm going to bring it all the way to where my paper is here at the corner there, or right where that little place is, and then that way you'll have a more even area of punch. So you punch out, and then you move it down, and do you see where this silver is, where you can actually see that? Then you know that's where you've got to lay the next area of the punch. So do you see how that's cut out there? I'm laying my punch right there where that previous cutout is, and it will give me an exact lineup of where I need to go. See? Perfect. I'm going to go down another little one here, line it up. That's perfect there. Bring it in. And I think I might just leave that like that. Now you're going to have to pull all this out of here, and it's going to show through the back there. But let's lay down our paper or our bag and see what it looks like from there. Okay, so here's our bag. And we can just lay it in here really close. I'm wondering if I should try to go one more. Sometimes let me see what it's going to look like. Sometimes when you do that, this gets jaggedy, and it doesn't leave a very nice area for the end of the page. Let's see, so that's going to be right there. Well, I think I'm going to do it because I think it will look better. So I'm going to lay that right like that. Oh well, go for it, see what happens. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad I did that then. Okay, so that looks good there, because I've got it both at the top and bottom all along. And now I'm going to glue my bag in here, and that will make a little pocket. So I'm going to turn the camera off while I glue that, because you guys don't need to watch that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so what I've noticed is after I glued the paper bag down, then the paper bag shows through here. So I've got this other piece of paper that I'm going to line up just right with the bag on this side. And bring it way into that crease there. And then that still stays open, but my bag doesn't show through. Like I said, this journal is actually quite quick to make. There. I've just got a little bit here, but what I might do is just put a little distress there. And by the time I put in something in this pocket, let's just put a little bit of distress ink right here. Kind of cover that whiteness up. And I think that will help that so it's not quite so noticeable. Yeah, there we go. Plus it's kind of fun to distress these holly berries. Now the nice thing is this is pretty stable here because it is a double page. But I am going to run just a tiny bit of glue. I can see it kind of just separating here on the edge. So I'm just going to run just a tiny, tiny bit of glue in there. So those pages are together. And then while I do that, like I said, I'm going to turn my camera off again because you guys, I don't think you're interested in watching me just glue stuff down. And I'll be back with you. So now if you recall, this was going to be a side pocket. And so what I'm going to do is lay this here. But I want something around the edge here to decorate that page a little bit. This was a stamp. Oh, this was by Mixed Up Craft, Sam. She's in the UK. This was one of her stamps. It's a pretty big gift though, but I still think along the edge it might be okay. Let's just stamp it and see what happens. And the only reason I want to do this is because there's gifts here. So let's just again do it in a little bit of the vintage photo. And we're only going to do it right on the edge. Because a lot of it will be covered up, actually. And you could actually also go in and color this, which you never know, I might do. Okay, let's do a little bit down here in the bottom. Way up here. Okay, that's, I think, going to be a little bit better. I actually maybe need to do a little stamping here. I think I'm going to do a little stamping here and have this paper come all the way out there and then glue this there. So once again, be right back with you guys. Okay, I did glue that down, and remember I was going to put a little bit of Christmas music there, but I didn't really like that. And I've got these Memories and More card pack from Stampin' Up. This was last year's Wonder of the Season, and so I took this one and I'm going to glue it down and form another pocket here, and then put a journaling card in it. So I'm just going to glue down 3 sides. There we go. And then just put it down fairly low since my little notch is there. Hold it in place for a little bit while that glue attaches. The nice thing, again, you've heard me say it a million times, Beacon's 3-in-1 glue. It gives you a little wiggle room, a little bit of time to adjust things if you need to. Oh, very nice. It's sure glad to be back home in my own craft room so I can grab things like this that I want. I did enjoy taking care of my grandkids. It was so much fun with them. But there's nothing like sleeping in your own bed. Then this was from Stamperia. It's a card pack that I got. And so I cut this out and I thought I would just slide that in there. And so that pocket is done. Then there's a big pocket here. So let me go ahead and glue that down and we'll fill that up. So remember, this was going to be a side pocket, so I'll need to make a really big journaling card for it. There, I think that should be pretty good. And I'm just going to bring these up together so that they meet. There we go. Okay, and while I decide what to do next, once again, camera's going off. So, like I said, I've glued that. Then this has a nice pocket. Then I glued this piece of paper down, but I feel like I've got a little bit too much space down here. And I have this ribbon. I'm not even sure where I bought it, but this fits perfectly here. So I'm just going to cut it at a diagonal like the other end and glue that down at the bottom there. And that will fill that in just a little bit. So just take a little bit of Fabri-Tac glue and put that down there. And then, as you can see on the right side, and I'm going to try to remember to link this paper. It's some digital kit I bought off an Etsy store. And I liked that there was lines so that I could have places to journal, and each of the pages have a Christmas image. So I'll show you those real quick here. I'll just put this here. Oops, maybe want to go over a little bit more. Yeah, that fills that in just a little bit there. And while that's drying, let me just show you these digitals. So I thought they were really nice. Kind of subdued coloring. And so they can go into a journal, but the other thing, that's another thing. But the other thing, you can cut them down so that there's journaling on both sides. So some of them have lines and some of them don't have lines. So yeah, I thought that was really good. Okay, I real quick pulled that information up. So this is the Etsy store, AVARTDECOR, and it's blank and lined Christmas journal pages, printable, download, and it was only $3.15. So I thought that was a pretty good price, and they're fairly nice pages. So that I feel that was a good purchase. So just take a screenshot real quick of that so you can remember that, and go ahead and order those if you want to use them. So I bought these little bags off of Amazon, and they came in both the red and the green. So I have glued one down here, and then what I'm going to do is add a pocket, a little tuck spot. So what I did is I just took a square of paper and cut it down the center, and then if I glue one here on this side, so we'll just bring it down here, the glue on one side, and then down the bottom. If I line that up right there with the edge of the bag, okay, and then I'll do the same thing with the other side. So along the edge here, and then down on the bottom. And then just line that up with that part of the paper bag and the bottom of this other one. There we go. There we pull it up a little bit. There we go. Perfect. So then that gives us a little pocket here, and then it gives us a tuck spot there. Let's see what I can fit in there. Let's see here. Oh, this is cute. This little journaling card with Santa. Let's just tuck that one in there. Love that. And then I will make a big journaling card for the top there. So if you recall, we had a page where I folded these two edges down. And what I did is I went ahead and glued some background paper on both sides. And then I'm going to take this paper and glue it here and then fold it over. So I'm going to glue first, and I need to have glue all along where the printing is for sure. And then if I need to add some more glue, I can just use my Beacon's 3-in-1 glue. So I just put my glue stick right where all of my printing is, lay my paper there, and then I'll be able to turn it over and bring it forward and glue that down. But I may cut back a little bit of that bulk, because otherwise it might be a little bit too full. So I see where I've got some edges here. So I'm just going to go in with my Beacon's 3-in-1 glue and lay those down. And I'm sure I've got the same over here. Not too bad. I need to make sure that I don't accidentally glue the page so that the pocket doesn't open up. There we go. And now I'm going to do the other side. So again, just take your glue stick, run it along the side of your text, because that's where your paper's going to go. Oops. Uh-oh. Wait. Oh, no, I did. Oh. Oh no, I'm good. I got scared for a minute. I thought, I'm putting glue on the wrong piece of paper. No, 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 this is correct. I just need to grab the other piece of paper. Ah, here it is. Scared me for a minute there. Okay, so we're going to lay that, line that up. There. There we go. And then when I lift this up, yeah, there we go. Let's just add a little bit glue underneath here. There's a tiny bit on this corner. Oh, good, I'm in camera frame. And that looks pretty good there. So like I said, all you have to do is, I'm going to come in with a pair of scissors and just snip off a little bit of the edge, just to remove a little bit of that bulk. And then all I'll have to do is fold it down over the edge. And add some glue. Now when I want a real quick grab, I use my art glitter glue, because I know this is the correct position here. I hope you guys can see. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Trim it down ever so slightly, because you can use these scraps for something else. Fold it down over where it will be. And then add my glue. And then when I flip this over, what I will do is put glue right here on this edge and the bottom. And then that will give me a nice little tuck spot. And I'll be able to put a journaling card in there. And then I'll do the other side. And I'll just come in here with a little bit of the vintage photo just to kind of darken that up. Okay, so that's two little pockets right there that are really nice. This, I put the paper down, and so I need to do the same thing, is grab some paper for these. And so why don't I do that? Now for this page, what I did is I put paper here and paper here. Then I did like previously, and I laid a piece of paper over, glued it down, cut it down, folded it over so that you have two nice edges. These are going to be two tuck spots. So what I'm going to do is glue those down. And where I'm going to put my glue is just here and here and a tiny bit there. On both sides. And just a little bit here. And I'm going to fold that down. Make sure that catches good. And then I'm going to do the other side, same thing. Glue up here some on the tip. And then down here at the bottom. And then fold it down. And so that makes those 4 tuck spots. So I'll be putting tags, 2 tags here and 2 tags there. Okay, you guys recall when I folded this paper, in which I folded it over and down, trimmed off a little bit, and so that's going to be a nice little pocket in there. And what I've decided to do is use this beautiful Florentine paper from Italy. Oh, it's just stunning. Just stunning. And I'm going to do the same thing as I did before, is I'm only going to put glue where the writing is, the text. And actually, I am going to bring it down kind of a little bit further. So I'm going to lay this here. I actually should do it right even. I actually am going to. So right with that edge, I want to make sure that it's right about there. Same on both sides. And I can tell already up here at the top, I need a little bit more glue here. Actually, all along that side looks like. There we go. Nice. Oh, that paper's just stunning. Do you guys see that? Oh, good. Oh, it's okay. Oh my gosh. I got scared for a minute. I'm going to be cutting that off. Oh my gosh. Did you hear? My gasp. Oh no. I thought, what? I left the little branding strip on there, but it cuts off nice. Made in Italy. Oh, okay. That was scary. I was going to have to put some kind of embellishment over that to cover it. Okay, so I'm just going to fold it over and do like I did before and add just a little bit of glue here. And that makes that really nice and neat. Oh my gosh. Almost had a heart attack there, you guys. There we go. And I'm going to come in here and add a little bit. This makes a very nice, sturdy book. Okay, let's do this side now. Oh, I need to order some more glue stick. I'll order that. What's it called? Hoo-hoo or Hulu or hoo-hoo or I don't know, something like that. Glue, that's a little bit better. Okay, I'm going to bring it up because I want it to be even with this one here. It's got to go up just a tiny bit more. Oh, wait a minute here. I want it inside a little bit closer, like the other one. See, the nice thing too about glue stick is it does give you a little bit of wiggle room too. I want the Christmas and the chocolate to be even. There we go. Okay. Now I could have brought that over a little bit more. Let's see, do I want to try to just cut it, or I think I'm just going to cut it because folding it over will probably be a little bit too finicky. Yeah, I think that's good. This makes a nice little tuck spot also. And so then, like before, what I will do is glue down just the bottom. I may just do the bottom to start out with, because then I have more room for a tuck spot. And I'll do some decorating down here. So let's just glue the bottom. And then we'll decide what more we need to complete the pages. So I've gone ahead and glued these pockets down here, but I wanted to just show you real quick how I do this other side. And again, it's basically the same way in which I glue down a piece of paper, the one I want over here, and I think because I've got some blue there, I'm going to bring this blue in here, and it's up to the writing. Just use your glue stick. And lay that down even with this one here. I think it needs to go up just a tiny bit. I think that's about correct. We're going to tack down the corners. And then fold it over. And that's going to be our first tuck spot. I think I'm going to use my 3-in-1 instead of the art glitter, just because it will be less warping. And I could use my glue stick, except for on the edges here. I'm going to speed the camera up and glue the rest of them, and you'll be able to see what I'm doing. And then it's quite simple to make your pockets. You're just going to glue this one down at the top and the bottom. Same thing with the next one. And we'll be decorating these a little bit more. Okay, that is our main tuck spots. We have 1, 2, 3 tuck spots on each side. Well, I have finished gluing in all the pages in the journal. I did do a little bit of decorating here. This is a decoupaged envelope that I did as a flip out. So I'm going to end the video right now, and we will continue next Monday with decorating it and doing the front cover. Until then, stay safe, keep crafting, and enjoy life. Thanks so much. Talk to you guys later. Bye.